Hello, and welcome to the 5th episode of Controlled Chaos, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons podcast where we play through the Sunless Citadel. I am your DM and host, Ryan, and where we left our party off last time, they had just begun traveling through, further through the Underdark. They came across this old school kind of weird research laboratory area that has been traded between different races throughout time. Not necessarily traded every time, but taken over by different races over time. They went through a library and happened upon a dwarven statue that they realized if they turned certain ways, they'd be able to open up a secret passage. But if not, they would meet their demise. Luckily, our party narrowly escaped and met Gary, the undead researcher and soldier. He's not a typical undead, though. He's not entirely sure why he is the way he is. He's an interesting character. I hope you enjoy getting to know him a little bit better throughout this episode coming up. But at this point, our party is just trying to ascertain where to go and trying to use Gary as a guide. So we'll see how that works out for them. I'll leave time markers below if there are any points that you feel like jumping around, but that's all I have for you. So I hope you enjoy the listen. Gary should be, he should be...
Gary's our MVP. He should just party with it. Danny's not here. We should give him a sword and shield.
Leave him down here and he'll become a battle mage. He's been doing research and he's been, come back through and...
To quote Mace Windu, I don't trust him.
I put another sword and shield in my backpack, though. Gary's sword and shield.
Is there any...
God damn it!
Are there any items around that we could just pick up and have if we wanted to in this room?
I guess we would have to do
like an empty vial or anything like that?
There's some phylactery stuff you could take, some apothecary stuff.
Phylactery,
yeah.
If there's just like any empty flasks or vials, I would just take them even if they're empty to fill with things later.
Sure, go ahead. Yeah. Give yourself a couple vials.
I just walked out of the room. I'm not.
You're just already over it.
Well, I'm not having this Gary shit particularly. And so I'm just walking away.
Gary's gonna work hard for your love, Robert. He's a part of this chaos squad. Look at you guys. Look at it.
Free hand.
Ask him to go become a skeleton knight. He'll do it. I promise you. He'll get a horse and everything.
He's dedicated. He's like, oh, give me a mission. I'm on it. Just give me the fuck out of this room.
I'll fucking do it. Or a great knight.
Gary's my favorite character we've met so far, even amongst you guys.
Or is my hand loose?
But Chris ripped up that.
I'll love you eventually. I do. And you gave me a smoke. That was cool. You called me blue. I don't know how much I like that, but it was really conspicuous.
And this works once per turn. This is like a reaction.
Yeah, I think so. That sounds like really frequent. Isn't it more like once per encounter or something? I might be wrong, but...
No,
does it have like a per day use, or does it have like charges?
No.
It just says...
You can write the rules on this.
Yeah,
Game.
You can use your reaction.
Okay.
But you can only use one reaction per turn, so if like two people attacked you, you couldn't do it twice.
And I can't do an attack of opportunity if I use that. Yeah.
There you go.
Alright. I got some...
There you go, homies. 2 magic items today already.
Question though is like, narratively speaking, right? You got your sword, you got your shield, and then a bow comes and shoots at you, and you just like drop everything and catch it.
No, he's gonna have his gloves on underneath, and then he's just gonna go like that.
So he's gotta put his sword away, glove out.
Yeah. With his shield, if he's just got it in there.
If the shield's mounted on his arm,
buckler or something.
maybe he can catch it like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if it's more like a spider thing where it just shoots the webs out and grabs it.
This dungeon has a lot of spider-esque stuff, so look forward to that. That's the theme of this dungeon.
Well, I'm hoping to get some spider venom in these vials.
Gary, let's go find this key for the control room, and like I said, there might be a shorter shield around
I mean,
somewhere.
we can look, but fuck. I don't know if there will be a key, so don't hold it against me.
All right. So what way are we going? I'm just
well, I mean, we're going
smoking.
Let me gauge the situation. So let's like head back out to the beginning, like the entrance.
You got any like potions down here though? Like what you been working on? Just webs?
I mean, a lot of really bad immortality potions that kind of do the opposite.
I'll stay
of what I would like them to do.
far away from those.
That's a good idea. I mean, even as a paladin, you'd probably have some really permanent active effects that are not good.
I don't want what Gary's got.
Like, I found a good petrification potion, but like, that is
a petrification potion.
Yeah, you might be able to use it on something else.
I think I'd like to take that and have it, if that's okay with you, Gary.
You guys cool with that? The little Chiquita wants the petrification
I'm not
potion.
messing with her. She
do with this Gary
shit on that bad earlier.
Does that exist in this universe, or did I just make it up?
What?
A petrification potion?
I don't know, but with my mage hand, I can pull up 4 vials on things.
Paralysis, right?
I think you can turn to stone is what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so it's like that.
But also being petrified is being turned to stone.
Okay.
Happens when a Medusa hits you.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
You guys talked me into inventing a petrification potion.
Let's go.
So are we heading out this way?
Let's go.
What's the marching order, team?
He said there might be a key here. I'm gonna take a moment.
The library? Probably not.
What's the marching order that we're gonna do?
Well, let's not let Gary.
Let me get a lay of the land. I haven't been out here in a long time.
So Gary's gonna be over here.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to keep a very close proximity to Gary.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool. Cuddle up.
More or less side by side because we're pals.
Okay.
Okay, I mean...
Where do you want to be?
I'm gonna be with Gary too. Like I said, he's a little ugly. I don't normally.
I'm gonna try to get away from Gary because I don't like him.
Okay, well, I'm moving towards
Ellie?
Krusk because I want to look through that gate and see what I see.
Well, then Krusk is gonna be over here.
I'll come up too since I haven't checked out the gate
This
yet.
is where the gate is. Right?
Yeah, wow,
just be with the
it's
little group.
all kinds of fucked up out there. What did you guys didn't do that, obviously, but I think my predilection is correct that everything got fucked. Spiders are overrunning this place. Going through this gate is probably not a good idea unless you just want to deal with like lots of spiders. Let's try and deal with this locked door if we can, but this bars off like a lot of this place, so this door is pretty old and flimsy. If you guys got tools or if anybody just wants to like push it through, like this place hasn't been, I mean, Krusk is looking at me interestingly for once in his life.
You need somebody to open the gate.
No, we want to go through this door first.
You need somebody to push open this door?
I would not mess with those spiders if the experiments are,
Spiders this way and control room that way?
Try and get through this door any way you can.
Can I just push the door open with my strength?
Yeah. Roll.
Look at Gary's
voice.
Well, first of all, I just want to make it clear to everybody, I'm not doing this because Gary told me to do it. I'm doing it because I want to do it.
Fair.
Sure.
Okay.
I believe you, Cross.
17 plus strength.
5.
So 12. Or 22, I should say.
22.
Sorry, 22.
Yeah, I'd say
You just punch right through the doors.
you put a lot of gusto behind it, and you get through that door. You don't knock down the door because you hit it with such force, but your arm is now through the door, and you can probably manipulate the door to open.
Can I just like reach out the knob behind it and turn it and push it open? Okay.
So Krusk very deftly punches his arm through a door and unlocks the door.
Solving things the Krusk way.
I kind of skip up the Krusk and I say, who needs a rug?
Okay. This finally opens up other things. So Gary warns that this leads to the control room, and that in the control room he hopes if people aren't being dumb, you guys shouldn't be in harm's way, but there's still a chance it might happen if the spiders have truly gotten everywhere. But the control room was always supposed to be a pretty tucked away place that was hard to get to. So I'll draw the control room now.
And I will try to copy that drawing.
Okay. This isn't gonna go well.
Do you want me to move this book?
No, that's okay.
But I mean, we are no longer using it as a puzzle.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not going to need it right now.
No, not immediately, no. Gary describes to you what the rest of the location looks like. As he said, that this was where they would check out the imports and exports, and then this room leads to an exit. This isn't complete, so I'll draw this better later. Basically, when this, I'll move everything down because this chunk is pretty much done with. So then this leads over here, and then this right here is a room as well.
Gary, do you know a Mary by any chance?
Yeah, Mary, from accounting?
Yeah, from accounting.
Oh, yeah, she was pretty great. She always, like, brought sweets to work and, like, would always cover us for, you know, like, sick days and stuff like that. What do y'all...
That's really nice. When's the last time you've seen her?
50 years ago?
50 years? And what was she?
I would know it.
She was very human. I'm sorry to disappoint you. I can see where you're going with this. She was very human.
Okay.
She was a fox then, but she might be a silver fox now. I'll say that.
Even Crust is kind of interested in that. He's still like,
Krusk always silently overhearing everything.
Yeah, what's your passive perception?
not bad. It's 10, I think. Yeah.
It's better than me.
How is it better than you? Because you get 10 plus... Oh, but your wisdom modifier is negative, isn't it?
-1.
Yeah, that's why it's...
So...
Mine's 0, so I just get 10.
Oh, nice. Yeah, no.
I forgot. So, yeah. There... Like he mentioned earlier, there is a lever box. I don't have all the colors, but one is red, one is green. Oh, that's barely green. One is blue. And then, let's say the yellow one aged poorly and looks kind of orangish, but this is technically yellow.
It's like the Mass Effect ending.
Yeah.
It's actually more complex than the Mass Effect ending, you'll see. So that's that. Gary tells you about that. There is also pretty creepily and inconspicuously or is it conspicuously? I don't know. There's an Iron Maiden here in the corner that he kind of mentioned earlier. They would torture people and have them observe from up here as their friends got tortured. Why are you looking at me like that?
Crust doesn't like people like being tortured and shit. He thinks that's...
Oh, specifically other races? I mean, everybody tortures everybody. It's the world goes around, Krusk. Don't look at me. I didn't do any of it, okay?
It's one thing to, rip somebody in half in combat, but it's another thing to hurt a defenseless person.
Fucking bad.
He said person.
Well, I mean, but that wasn't the first time I ripped something in half.
I'm surprised you all didn't use your inspiration points at any point.
Well, no, I'm saving it.
Oh, solve the puzzle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I knew we were gonna save. I knew that you guys were gonna solve the puzzle.
No, you
6
forgot you had
minutes,
inspiration.
47 seconds.
I'm saving it for when we have to fight a really nasty boss, and I need to do something crazy acrobatic.
Same.
Alrighty.
So, are you guys gonna make your ways upstairs to this control room?
Yes.
That is
Okay.
correct.
You all do that.
Gary, would you mind coming with me?
Yep.
I don't like Gary being so close to me.
Yeah.
Well, we're gonna be in close quarters, so get used to it, bud.
I know he's unarmed, but I don't like him.
I look pretty armed, but I know what you mean.
I mean,
So-
he's not quite unarmed per se.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, I forgot to mark. It's pretty important. Ugh. So, there are locked rooms. So, Gary tells you that
Cora.
his assumption was right, and it's good that
Hi, honey.
they lock things off properly. These locks are really, and then there's one that leads out of the dungeon. There's 4 locks to prevent any experiment from getting out or torturing, so then when you pull the certain levers, these will open certain combination of doors to allow things through without them getting in danger, the researchers. It was originally created by the dwarves, that's why you're saying it was like an ingenious lever mechanism earlier, so that's there. This,
I don't know about that. Some dwarfs, they're not that smart.
he tells you that this is the room where they would hold their like dangerous experiments. Actually, let me see what I called them. Because I had different names for these rooms. Okay, so okay.
Alright, what's your deal? What's going on with me?
Ouch.
Weird. You're defeating bad.
So obviously this is the control room. This is the exit.
Oh, Cora. My balls. She has like pinpoint accuracy
This is
as far as stepping on people's crotches.
this is considered a lab, and then this is trials.
I'll beat her up.
Whoops. So Gary tells you, okay, we're in this room now. Is there what do you guys? Is there anything you want to know, like about this room?
Yeah, do you know what these levers do or did?
Yeah, they're really useful. They lock off 4 different doors depending on the combination to pull them to allow safe passage of different experiments to the trial room, to the exit. So it's what the doors used to use. We figured. Well, I figured out how to use them properly. I was the only one, really, which is probably why this happened. And yeah, it was probably not my fault, but other people's for trapping me first.
And was this Iron Maiden in use when you were mounted, or is this an artifact from?
No, I mean, we brought that in. That was on request from other people to bring this Iron Maiden in and conduct this torture. It's pretty cool. We used it to test out some of that experimental like weaponry. Like I gave you those gloves earlier.
When you say
use it
cool,
for
what do you mean by it?
it was impressive and useful in its own right.
So you're maybe trying to make like things that were immortal. Would you then stick them in the Iron Maiden?
Yeah.
Okay. I go up and I investigate, and I see if it's locked.
Okay.
I make like an investigation.
Go ahead. I'll come up with whatever.
What I say, investigation.
So you turn him around.
That one is 11 total.
11 total.
Yeah.
So your character checks out the Iron Maiden, looks around, kind of tries to pry at the doors a little bit, but they won't open.
Okay.
They're really firmly shut. And in the background, Gary kind of goes like, there's a way to open it if you wanted to know. You can just ask me. Like, I thought we were buds by now. Do you want me to show you how to open it?
Don't trust him.
I don't remember. There's a letter around here if you want to see. You can trust that letter because it was for the soldiers. Why
I
would
would
they?
love to read that letter.
Okay, all right.
I trust you like a brother.
That's all I'm doing. Warning everybody not to trust Gary.
No, there's nothing
Here
wrong
you
with
go.
that than you.
Go ahead and read that.
There's something.
My second letter today. Okay.
Did I not heal you?
You did heal me.
And did you not give me a second?
After I
I just
jumped
take
off
to
the
read
cliff
it all
for
day,
you.
do whatever.
That wouldn't be very true.
What does it say?
You might not want to let Krusk read that.
But I want to let you in on a little
Or
secret.
it would be funny if
I'm
you.
keeping this
I
one
need
to
to let you in on a little
myself for now.
secret. I
It's
didn't
not
jump off that
time
cliff to
today.
save you. I jumped off that cliff because it looked cool.
There was never any doubt in my mind that you did not do it to save me.
Okay.
That being said, I would save you again.
If it looked
Okay.
If it looked cool. I'm off. Later.
Later, bye. Have fun until later.
See you guys again.
Oh,
Cool.
So it's just an Iron Maiden and one of these
She doesn't
other
park.
levers
She doesn't
controls it.
That's true. They were playing.
One of the levers in the
They're
front
always
controls
closed
the actual
outside,
Iron
so you
Maiden.
might-
I believe she's installed on the back. Okay.
She was
so
kind
it's
of.
Oh, so it's on the Iron Maiden.
I know.
Okay.
I wasn't
But I
appreciating
didn't
it.
feel. I didn't feel that bad because I'm like, if Carla really wanted to, like,
Yeah.
put her in her place, he could. And
He accepted it. He's like, it's attention.
Yeah.
Any attention is good.
Let's just say like it didn't work for a while,
That's just hard.
and they fixed it up.
I know he did.
Are you guys
And
listening
why it
to...
didn't work doesn't
Sorry, I was
matter
not
at this
listening.
point, but
I missed that. Sorry. What? I missed it.
it's just a fully functional Iron Maiden.
Okay.
There's a lever on the back that opens and closes it. It
Where's-
previously didn't work, but management, Gary's team kind of fixed it
So
up.
who wants to open it? I mean, if you want to. I don't remember what's in it. I'm sure it's nice. We're pleasant people.
I think you should spend your time looking elsewhere at the moment.
I don't
You
think we
can
should
do
mess with
Anyone
it.
want to roll persuasion on Logan?
Now I'm just gonna. Crust knows something is being hidden from him, and he's just sort of gonna sit in the corner. And
I just don't think it's that.
he's gonna keep smoking his cigarette for right now.
You look pretty cool, Crust.
I know.
You smoking fun? You like smoking?
I know I look cool. I don't need you to tell me.
I'm just... I'm a little smitten, Crust. I'm just letting you know I acknowledge you as the big green man that you are, and I would never experiment on you because you don't live that long.
Just experiment on me.
I know.
You'd experiment on me, though.
Well, yeah, we don't get many gnomes. Gnomes are rare. They don't leave their forest. I mean, yeah, we would experiment on you for sure. You are a little bit on the older side, but
Go ahead.
you haven't been...
Try
on
it, Skinny.
I'm gonna move towards Crust.
You know, I think we should all kind of chill out. I mean, Gary knows how to work these levers.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Well, the thing about that, there's a letter. We were never that great with the levers. There is a letter that describes everything that I'm sure is like lying around here. Here, let me try and. Anybody want to read this one?
Sure, I would love to read
Hopefully
it.
this-
Gary.
Okay.
Are you cool now? Like, can you guys chill out?
I mean, maybe you'll see that we actually have a hard time, Gary. On Gary.
Yeah, Gary.
I'm losing my brain. I'm not gonna be able to help with this lever puzzle very well. I know what they do, but.
Gary, if we wanted to test the Iron Maiden's functionality, are you not immortal yourself?
Are you gonna let anybody else read
It'd
that?
be kind of fucked up if I asked what it's.
I get kind of nervous. I'm like, Ellie, do you want to read this to everybody else?
Oh, you want me to read it to everybody else?
Well, I mean, it looks like a Brecken letter from what I can tell.
The joke is that Krause can't read.
Okay, I
Chris
guess
just nods approvingly at the letter.
I guess I'll read this out loud to everyone.
Yeah, do it.
It says, Dear fools, we have been in control of this ingenious dwarvish dungeon for 3 months, but it appears to be too complex for you dimwits. The elaborate design for the levels and gates could be of great use to our experiments if it were not for your constant fuck-ups. The mechanism is intended to prevent danger, not trap our few scientists with their spiteful creations. Figure out a system, or find yourself volunteering for the next experiment. P.S. We've been needing fresh human testicles either way. Lieutenant Brecken.
Oh, fuck, I remember that.
Oh, Gary.
So, yeah, I mean...
I have human testicles. I'm fearful right
Well,
now.
I recognize this one.
Now you might know how I feel, Randall.
Well, actually, I'll give this one to you later. I feel like you're really wanting to ask something.
No. Let's see it now.
All right, well, here you go. All right.
Those guys are letter acceptor.
Robert needs glasses.
Ellie, do you want to...
Sure, Cross. Wow, this is a long one. Okay.
Important.
So this says, hey you guys, I'll be honest, I really need to not be castrated right now. I have a sweetheart waiting for me at home and I promised her at least one boy and one girl.
Relate. Sympathy. Empathy.
So I took it upon myself to make these instructions because I'm not paying for your fuck-ups. I still love you guys. Let's just please get this last week over with.
The last week.
Ooh.
Did you write this, Gary?
Wait. O is for open, X is for closed. Something lab O, control room O, trials X. O, green, Lab X, exit O, trials O, blue, lab O, exit. So it just...
This is an order.
It tells you which one's
order. Okay, and it's signed Gary.
Gary.
Oh no.
It says...
I got castrated.
There's a PS.
Are you really cool with this torture stuff?
Serves you right, Gary.
PS. I'm not being accusatory, but seriously, Liam, we know all of this is your fault. Don't mess this up. I'm putting these extra instructions here because I ran out of parchment and I didn't want Brecken to know how inept you are. This should be obvious, but when pulling the levers, do so in sequence and as quickly as possible. Waiting after pulling a lever could release something awful and lose me a pair of baby makers.
Okay, so let's...
It happens anyway. It's
Gary, who's this Liam fella?
Here, I'm still looking at the...
He was good buds with Carl, and they were always fucking up, and I just wanted to get through this last week. Liam probably fucked up the levers, and Carl probably fucked up the trap that got me in there. If it wasn't for them, everything would probably be different. There you go. It's also Brecken's fault. Brecken was a poor supervisor.
Red lab.
I'll say that.
Control.
I know a thing or two about poor supervisors.
I know my handwriting, so
I'm
if you can persuade me, maybe I'll write a better copy.
Subconsciously starting to relate to Gary just a little bit.
Seems like a relatable guy besides the torture stuff.
Besides the torture stuff, we all have had.
You guys want me? That's my handwriting. I can write a better copy if you want.
Yeah, maybe. I think that'd be
Okay,
good,
here you
Gary.
go.
You don't have any skin.
Thanks, Gary.
Wow. Maybe that was the problem.
I appreciate that.
Okay, what was the...
I get like
Maybe
certain
it's
edges
just
take on
randy.
fire, but how did you texturize all this? Is it different paper? How did you print onto it?
I'm not going to tell you.
Okay, so where does this get us?
Ancient DMC.
Smells like coffee.
No, it's-
Well, you know this knows pretty well.
Right.
You know, Gary, I may not have been cool with what has been done here, but I do appreciate you helping us.
Oh, you're welcome. I hope I can continue to help you because you've helped me so much. Are you guys still curious about this Iron Maiden business? It seemed like somebody was hung up on it.
You seem to really like this Iron Maiden.
I'm kind of
I mean, it was pretty cool. I mean, I'm just trying to help you guys
Maybe
out.
we should throw Gary in the Iron Maiden.
There's probably already a skeleton in there, so...
Well, let's take it out. Maybe that one can talk
Okay,
too.
go ahead. I'm trying... I don't know what they tested last in it. It might be really deadly or it might be really beneficial.
Yeah.
Fuck it, I flipped the switch on the back of the Iron Man.
Okay.
Oh, random
Alright.
guy.
Wait, I don't know if you guys want me to move you, but I'm moving towards the Iron Maiden because I have a feeling I'm going to have to fuck something up.
So...
Yeah, I didn't really want to open it, but
Damn it, Jordan,
you guys won't stop talking about it. Let's see what it is.
There we go.
I mean, we probably should have chucked out the lab maybe first, but
The Iron Maiden opens cleanly and swiftly, even though it hasn't opened in most likely 50 or 60 years. Maybe actually more like 30. Yeah. It opens, nothing falls out, because there is a skeleton trapped in there with a dagger straight through its center, keeping it held in there. No other spikes, no other anything, it's just one solid dagger.
Why would they put a dagger
through
through if they're putting him in an Iron Maiden?
because they use the Iron Maiden
Well-
to test magical weapons on, is what they used to do.
What are you... Okay, so who's gonna check this?
I kind of want to see what this dagger's about because
Okay,
it said
alright.
this is where they tested pretty cool weapons.
Okay,
So I
alright.
ripped the dagger out.
Oh, he just goes for it. He rips the dagger out. Actually, how about you make a little bit of a roll so you
Four.
don't hurt yourself.
Okay. I'll poke myself.
What's the...
Natural 20.
Oh, well, it doesn't matter.
He shoves his hand in and just rips it out, and he now has himself a dagger of venom. Second magical item for him. You guys should be braver.
Hey,
Yep.
Booker,
This.
Kruska's always brave.
I've died too many times in D&D to be brave. It sucks.
Kruska's Although Carrot has a lot of fear because Carrot got murdered. So... Poor Carrot, dude. He was just trying to help the team out. No one else was hitting, and he thought, I'm the only one that can hurt this
No,
thing.
I don't think so. Not immediately.
Dude, when you weren't there last time, TN went to 0 hit points like twice. It didn't go to dead, but to 0 hit points unconscious.
Too bad you guys didn't have your good old DPS.
And Gary,
somebody would
you know who
have
this is?
What?
You know who this skeleton guy is? I just made collapse.
Not all skeletons know all skeletons, okay? I don't know who this guy is.
You know your coworkers.
That's racist.
I don't know.
We were racist, but that's racist.
No, I think it's fine.
Okay.
You were the one who commented on my green skin, so
you
I don't want to hear anything you have
Okay.
to say about racism, Gary.
Do you see this creamy pistachio beauty over here? This guy? I didn't even hear what you said.
I just put my cigarette out in his empty eye socket.
Thanks, Daddy.
Daddy Sage.
10 gold hand stuff.
Oh my god.
I like that your joke about the hand stuff was that it was actually juggling.
It wasn't until you got to a certain price point, but yeah, it was.
Yeah.
God.
Are you looking at your dagger of venom?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it.
Okay, no worries.
In the center is magical items, and they just do A to Z.
A to Z. Okay.
Yeah, so
This is
it'd be an
a
alphabet.
dagger.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, so it'd be in the
Boots,
D's.
cape. Alright, I'm headed in the right direction.
Okay,
So yeah, we're in this room. Gary tells you like, this dude is just getting all the cool treasures and shit. Like, I mean, I know these levers have a precise way of getting us out of here very easily and succinctly. I will say, the experiments that are here are probably still really valuable. Experiment X and Y, like their blood, whatever they have, whatever they were making with them is probably like really valuable stuff. If you guys want to find something else, it's possible, or we can, for the most part, just get the fuck out of here. So like, we can do this lever puzzle, but we need to do it in a certain way based off what you guys want to do.
I'm always interested in acquiring more.
Let's go check out what's in the lab, guys.
Can you tell us more about experiments X and Y,
Yes,
Gary?
I can.
Krusk personally has no use for material items, but if everybody else wants to search around for things, then he'll wait around for them.
Okay. Well, thanks for telling everyone that, Krusk. I mean, thanks for being a real team player. We're MVP Krusk over here. So, X and Y were a brother and sister twin that we tried to create. We took this certain spider and infused it with like magic and elf blood and did all these things to try and make this ultimate creation of immortality and power. We thought in utero one would win out and become stronger and live into that primal sense and come out and be the best. Robert's missing a list because he is crushed though.
He is Krusk.
Yeah.
Crest doesn't really seem to care much.
Yeah. Basically, there's these twin spiders. They actually both survived and seem to be stronger for it. They have this really strong bond, and basically we forced them to try and make as much spider web so we could like produce this really extravagant silk, and then using that silk create something truly magnificent and powerful. Whether they succeeded in doing that, I don't know, but I just know that each is a half of the whole. So to be able to have this magnificent cloak, assumedly you would need the silk from both of them, and then it might be possible to make this cloak.
Do you know what the cloak would do? Or not yet?
Yes and no. We were more working on the name than knowing what it would actually do, but I could
What's the
probably-
name?
Cloak of Arachnida.
Cloak of Arachnida.
I'm interested.
Very, hand of, on the hand, you know.
On the head? Yeah.
Made from
I
spiders,
mean, that was
called
all
the
these names so far.
spiders.
I mean, everything here has like arachnid or web or venom or spider in it. Because we're working with spiders, y'all. Like, that's what we do here.
Do you think we might find samples of X and Y's blood in the laboratories?
I think X and Y are still here. I think X and Y are somewhere in here living it up, and that's how this nest was able to transpire. So, yeah.
Can they survive without nutrition?
Yes and no. They can go great lengths
Give me the
because
Sparks notes on X and Y. I was peeing in the bathroom.
They are
They're
twins.
brother and sister twins. They're spiders. They bred them with the thought that they, like, one would win in utero, but they didn't. They actually became very close, but they were trying to make a cloak out of their webs, but you have to, like, they're both parts of a whole, so in order to make this cloak, you need both, like, silky webbing from both of them.
Gotcha.
And they're probably still alive, living somewhere here.
So we need to go kill Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, luckily.
Yeah.
Luckily, I'm pretty good at killing.
Okay. That's cool. You seem really proud of that. You seem really proud of your ability to end someone's life. I want to live. You want people to die. That's messed up.
I don't want anybody to die, but if we're going to cross swords in combat.
I think matters of morality can
Unfortunately,
be
they
left
will
aside
die.
for the next bit of our journey.
Okay. Well, my greatest bet is of the remaining rooms, there is probably one experiment is probably still trapped in the lab, and that one's probably on the weaker side. And then one of them probably helped the other one get out during this excursion of the spiders spreading throughout this place. So it's probably, I don't know. If it's the female, she's probably near the exit, protecting the exit from anyone trying to leave. There's really only one way to find out. So, yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I
these
liked your plan about exploring rooms and objects of intrigue, and
Yeah.
maybe trying to do more than just get out of Dodge. We had business down here, and if we just try to get through and leave, our business will be left incomplete. So we should delve on and find some
All right.
experiments.
I'll do my best to help. I do not know how much I can help in combat without a sword and shield against literal demigod spiders.
That's
Like,
okay. You don't need to help us.
Every bit of help is help, and we are.
But if
gonna
you
solve
guys
it.
die, I die, and if I die, actually, I guess you guys would live even if I die. I
Don't
know,
worry,
guys.
Gary. I'll protect you.
Christ! Oh,
Only because I need to, not because I like you.
okay. I believe you, Crust. Baby steps.
So what's next? Does that mean we have to pull the levers to
You
get into the
gonna
lab?
give me
Yeah! That or, well, so here's the thing.
Explain, you ran.
If we do things wrong,
He's just
and
so much.
what?
Oh, no, don't worry about it.
Okay. if you have to fight both spiders at the same
Can I
time,
read
you
that
will
scroll that you won't let me?
you will probably die.
Yeah, you can read it.
Oh. Can you read this scroll that or shall I read it to
Ellie
you?
should read it.
Well, never mind. I don't need to see it.
Oh, you can
mostly
see it
just-
if you would like and obtain all the information.
The pertinent part was it told us where this little lever was on the back of the Iron Maiden, but the other details I don't think at this point are helpful.
It is a letter written in
I don't want
excitement
Crust to hate me.
of their success in their experiments which involve torture.
We're all cool.
We don't need to highlight
right now.
Ross, you
how
just told us
awful
where
the
the,
people
the switch was on the back.
Yeah.
I would say
I
Crest is
know.
cool with Gary, but right now he's sort of
He's
just
cool
like
with you.
he's not wanting to kill him right now,
Okay. That's chill.
which is progress.
So I will say, if they're out here and they combine forces, they will. I mean, there is no chance at all.
Okay.
If we pull the levers wrong.
If they're separated, like I
accept
think
that
they
challenge.
are, and there's one in the lab, there's one in the exit, there might be a way to separate them with these levers.
Exactly.
Or
Personally,
to take the exit on one first, something, but there's
I
gotta be a
accept
way.
that challenge. I fight them both by myself.
Okay. You
Well,
die, but okay.
Crust,
You want to be a
I
skeleton
do not
with
wish
me?
to watch you get
A
eaten
big
by spiders
skeleton?
today.
Okay, so
Oh,
I
you
mean,
watch me rip their legs
the
off and
red
beat them to
one
death
just
with it.
keeps the control room that we broke. That's the one that we broke through. Was the control room over there? Is this considered the control room lock?
Yeah.
This one's the control room
That's the
lock.
control to the exit room, so yeah, that's control room lock.
And that's lab.
That's
okay,
lab,
So,
that's trials, and that's exit.
so we have no idea. Yeah, we don't want to open trials for sure.
Jordan has the dirty copy if people feel like looking at it.
The dirty copy.
Real out of character. Can I read that just so I can see what it says? Out of character. Trust won't actually know what it says.
Don't matter, game. Getting really upset that you made a character who can't read now.
Jackie said like he can read words, but it's hard for him to like make sense of everything.
Like it to form into a
Can we
sentence.
see through these doors like we did that one over there? Or these just
No,
these are just like
these are locks you can't break through with strength. These are locks that you can't look through them. They're barred off. They're like steel walls.
So, from what I read in the note, this is out of character. I don't see where it says like one affects the other. It's just you pull a lever, it opens a door. Maybe I'm misreading it though.
Well, each one, like for red, it opens lab, opens control room, closes trials.
Oh, we don't want to do that.
I read that out of character.
Okay.
So Crust doesn't actually know this.
So like I don't think that we want to
Open both.
the trials door at all right now.
Well, so the point of what I wrote on the back was, if you do them in order quickly enough, the doors will not stay open long enough for anything to come in or out. So you have to do them in the correct order.
To basically, our goal is to like get into this room without this room having access here or here.
Open labs. Okay, so I think we should figure out a way to open the lab and make sure and like close these somehow.
Exit and trial.
Yeah.
There's markers there if you guys need to work through it, but
This is a pretty tough puzzle.
Yeah. So.
And unfortunately,
I thought of it.
Unfortunately, Krusk has not been listening through all of this, so Krusk
Okay,
is.
so
we
open
read
red,
this
then we
deal.
can
And Krusk was not listening.
close control room.
Robert can
and
pretend that he
open
was.
exit.
If you want to help us out of character solve this puzzle. Coda, you having a good cuddle?
Rita.
Having a good naps?
The only problem with opening red by itself is if they are in both these rooms, they just kind of like come right at us. together.
but if we do it quickly,
So we can open the lab and then close the control room and leave. Just close both of them.
Decide which one you want to end up being open and probably work around that.
well, so okay.
I don't know.
If
why
we
would do this.
open lab and this is closed, but that door opens, why is that a problem? The trials door is open, this door is still shut.
Because if these rooms get together and both the spiders are in those
But
rooms.
they're not. We said one's in the lab, one's in the exit.
There's other spiders. There's a spider nest in that central room.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't want you guys to die.
I don't want to die, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Ellie, you're smart. Figure this out
Yeah,
for us.
I'm struggling. How about you take the unblemished one?
Take a look.
I wish Gary remembered.
Maybe we should ask Gary more information about it, but I feel like we've already talked to him about it.
I don't want to.
Lab open, control room open, trials closed.
Gary might have a Rain Man moment. And
So where do we not want to go?
So basically, what they have decided is they want everything locked except to be able to just get to this last room.
So we want to get to the exit?
I kind of want to pop in the lab and see
You,
if
you
there's
can
anything
do that
useful
too.
there.
Well,
The inner RPG player of me is like, we need to explore all of these rooms, really.
So
Yeah.
Me too.
X
But
or
one at a time.
Y
More
is here. X or Y is
Dagger's not really my
here.
style.
This is considered the lab. Or no, not the lab.
That's the control
the
room.
control room lock. Because it connects the control room to everything else.
Oh, that's the control room
That's
lock?
the control room lock.
Okay,
This
so
is the lab lock. This is the exit one, and this is the trials one.
So we want to just
Oh,
try
it's
to
for open,
isolate
exits
one
for
room at a
closed.
time. And it doesn't really matter
Possible,
what, if we have to go to exit and then back to lab and then
No,
to trials.
Maybe we should just. Yeah, maybe we should, because I think opening this exit room, this control room lock by itself is probably going to be easier than the lab lock.
Probably.
And if we clear this room, then it won't matter if things from the trials room comes into the exit room. Or the.
well, the thing is, I think we can keep the trials door shut, but either way, we're gonna have to open the control room if we want to get to the lab. I think.
Yeah, so
I don't
we
think
go
there's a
through-
way.
Yeah, there's not a way to do this one first. We have to do this one first, and then.
Yeah, so we-
that's what I kept running into also.
Just from what I see, it looks like that has to be the case.
Yeah.
So we're probably gonna run into them together,
What? No.
or no?
No, if possible now, let's just see if we can leave the control room open and clear this room, and then
Oh, and then go to the lab. So let's
Yeah.
do control room first. Okay.
yeah, that's because I couldn't figure out a way to just get to the lab by itself without mixing another room.
There's a way to have control room and exit open at the same time. It's pretty dope.
But don't we necessarily not want that?
I mean, ultimately you do, because then you want to get out eventually and like leave this dungeon.
Well, right,
Yeah.
but I thought that.
The stuff, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, and we have to. That's right. So
There is a way to do this to just have a straight exit through and not deal with the trials room or the lab room.
well, but we want to see the
What if we
lab,
want
right?
to?
Then you will go back and switch it so then the lab opens up. But I'm saying, like, if you're trying to do this room first, it's definitely possible to have these two open at the same time and these
Yeah.
two closed.
Yeah.
I designed it that way.
No, there's.
So I think if we want to do that, shouldn't we do the blue one first?
Sorry, this is.
Because the blue will open the lab and the control room, but it doesn't affect trials.
Well, the thing is that we want the lab closed while we clear this room,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Because if the bad brothers or whatever are in there, they converge on this
So we
hallway.
just
There's
wanna
no way to
open
beat them both at once, kind of deal.
Control room.
It's true.
So we need to like isolate, like take one of these rooms out of the equation, and then.
Control room lab. Well, if we do
There's also a cloak somewhere.
exit trials.
Yeah.
Trials.
Two halves of a whole.
Yo,
What's up, bud?
not a puzzle master. Wish I was.
Okay, so if we pull the blue lever, it'll open the lab and the control room. But if we pull the yellow lever, it'll close the lab and keep the control room open. Right? No, that's the exit. Shit.
You can open the exit.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to having the exit open with, the exit can be open. That's fine. As long
Because
as it's not
that
these
way-
scary rooms where all the webs are.
That way, I think the
open.
control room will open and the exit will open, but the lab will be closed.
Yeah, let's do that. And trials will be closed as well. That never.
Yeah,
happens,
no,
right?
trials
Okay.
isn't messed with.
Let's do that.
Oh wait, hold on. Control room is the room we're in.
This is the control room.
They're
door, though.
the doors.
Let me just double check.
So
okay.
then we'd open that door, we'd be in there, the exit would be open, but if one of the
Yeah, we
spiders is
flip
there,
one
we might go
switch,
right into
both
combat.
of these open, she flips another switch, and this one closes. And this one remains open.
And this one has stayed closed the whole
This
time.
one stayed closed the whole time.
Cool, let's do it.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
No.
I don't think that works because once we pull the blue lever, the control room
Closes.
will close. So,
That's the yellow lever.
yeah.
It might take 3 or 4 lever pulls.
Okay, well,
Oh boy.
let's make the pre-med do this.
All right,
Look at this.
Portal, chill out.
I designed it. I thought it'd be easier to solve it than to like make it.
It is Saturday. It is the end of week
I've
one,
had
and I am
4
2
beers.
beers deep.
Yeah.
I've had
You want
4
Gary to
beers.
help?
Yes, Gary.
No, work with Gary. God.
Gary, help.
No, Gary's the one who got in this fucked up situation. I want
No,
him
he
to-
thinks it happened because they locked him in the laboratory.
Gary, you better help us
before.
out or I'm gonna fuck you.
But he didn't even remember getting castrated.
Blues,
Like, I don't
no.
trust his memory.
Okay, fair.
Boy, that's something I would remember.
Yeah. And I'm gonna go over here.
Well, what if we do green, which closes lab but opens exit and trials, and then do yellow,
Still
which
trust it.
also closes lab, keeps exit open but closes control room. No, that's not
But-
good. And then followed up with red to open the lab
Get
and
those
the
fucked up
control room,
spiders.
close
I
the
think so.
trials,
Well,
and then green to close the lab and open the exit and open
I'm
the
just gonna say
No,
this
dude,
way.
just reopen stuff again. I'm
Give
going
him
in a
back his
circle.
sword. I'm gonna be watching him like a hawk.
This shit is
I'm not
complicated.
sure if I'm completely aware of what's going on.
If it was, it's like, I feel like, I don't know. How do we, no.
Closes that. The exit's still open. That opens the lab. And then you shut that down. Then that closes the control room. But then if you go, let's see, if you go there to there.
Oh fuck! I just realized when I threw the hand axe at that bat, I never came back and got my hand axe.
Go run and get it.
So
We're all
I'm down 1 hand axe. Ryan, how many hand axes did I start with?
4.
That's the other-
2.
the other
Oh,
side.
Jordan said 2.
Well, you said
I'm
2,
saying
he
4.
said 6, because how much can you
And
really
then I
carry
said 4
on
in the
you?
middle.
Okay, so 4 in the middle, so I'm down to 3 because I never grabbed that other one.
Yeah.
Even though I ripped the bat in half afterwards.
I'm not getting you, I'm getting Johnny Kitty Season.
Oh.
Oh, dude, I'm super zoomed in. I'm like getting only your Portland shirt. Angelic Johnny.
I gotta do the...
Okay, let's solve this puzzle. Randy wants to give Gary his sword back.
Thanks.
Kruska's skeptical, but Kruska's willing to concede so long as Kruska's allowed to just, like, keep an eye on him the whole time. So I'd be
Two
walking...
eyes, please.
I'd be walking behind Gary, watching...
I'll look at Ansel. I'm just waiting for a cue.
To me?
Yeah, like,
Do you
I'll
want to
trust your judgment on this.
Oh, he wants you to do a perception roll, maybe.
I feel like it's some combination of red, yellow, and green in a certain order.
Brian,
Yeah.
if we were going to possibly give Gary his weapon back, and we were trying to get a judge on whether or not he was going to betray us, what sort of roll would we do for that?
Insight.
Insight?
I'm pretty insightful.
Well, I have a +2 to insight.
Is that...
I mean, I have a
You do
plus
that, the
6 to
control
it.
room's
Okay,
open.
well, you're better
you do
than me,
that,
so maybe you should do it.
Wisdom is my
and the
name.
exit opens and the control room closes.
So maybe Jordan could do an insight roll to see if we're going to give Gary his sword back.
Some variation of that does it.
does what we want.
Does Cora shake? Does she do high fives?
Not yet.
She just is licking my hand, so I'm going to say that's a no.
Yeah, that's correct. Not yet. For fun, though, not for fun, but aside from this puzzle, if we are wagering giving back Gary his arms,
Yeah.
I would like to do an inside check to see if we can trust him to not use them against us for the time being, at the very least.
You use it and what did you roll?
I haven't rolled. I'm just saying that I would like to.
Okay.
Make you aware of it before I do it.
Real good.
Not good. But it's an 11.
Okay.
So I don't really know, I guess.
You check him out and he just seems to have like a generally cheery disposition and not giving much of a fuck.
Can I try?
Yeah, go ahead.
I only have a +2, but maybe I'll roll better. I did not roll better, so we'll just leave it at that.
Did you write a key for yourself?
That's what I'm looking.
Not even the guy who wrote the puzzle can solve this puzzle.
Because when I wrote it and solved it instantly, I went like, oh, that isn't bad.
Oh,
Lamau.
God.
Well, because you
here we
wrote
are.
it, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Well, our insight checks weren't very helpful, so if you want to give him his sword back, you can. But
Let me make sure that I don't have the answer, but if my key matches it.
Hey, Gary, I found some shit in this Iron Maiden. Like,
Yeah.
I told you, we find a sword and a shield. I don't know if they're yours, but I found them.
That's weird that was in there.
Yeah, no,
That is specifically, why would they put my sword and shield in this Iron Maiden? With
we just showed up.
oh, dude, we just found
that's
it.
a great question. But
One thing I'm
just remember, I found it for you.
oh, never mind.
Now I'm walking behind him.
And I take off Gary's sword and shield out of my backpack. And I throw it in the Iron Maiden.
Open, close, open, open.
Because I'm thinking that was just there so you can kill me.
Blue and yellow are inverses of each other.
I know, I keep going back and forth in those. Well, kind of. Oh, blue and yellow, yeah.
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 And then red and yellow, in a way, are almost inverses, except they involve the exits in the trial room.
There should be a way to work it backwards because the ultimate end of it was having the exit and the control room doors open so you guys could just walk straight through to the exit. That was how I built it around.
But we also
So-
want to explore those other
we
rooms.
can't-
I know, well you can. You can then flip whatever you need to, but if you can solve that, then you can get to that last room and then go back to the lab. But mentally working backwards from having the exit open and the control room open might be able to do it. Whatever combination leads to that. That, or we can just start having Robert do strength checks.
Oh, I wasn't listening to what you just said, sorry.
Well, you don't read, so.
Well, I was texting somebody, so I'm sorry.
So if we did green, it would open the exit in trials, and then follow that with red, which would open the lab control room and close off the trials. And then we did yellow, or blue. No. Fuck.
Well, if we do red, let me see, red, green.
Whatever to open the trials previous, because basically the way I built it is you're turning off the bad things as you go along to open up the good things in the end.
But they're all closed right now.
But if you and the last two are going to have those things probably open, and then the first two are probably going to have the bad things open, which would be trials and the lab room, and then those last two will probably close those off and open the other ones.
There's only one thing that opens trials.
I think it takes one pull of each lever.
Wait, have we just been missing? Okay, if green trials exit. Y'all, we dumb. If we just do green red, we should be good.
That opens both lab and control room, and we'd have to fight X and Y at the same time.
No, because if we because we're opening trials.
Mm-hmm. Not because we're opening trials, because control room and lab are where X and Y are. So if we do this and it makes lab close. If we did this first and then that.
Another option.
Opens lab and control room,
if it just doesn't get solved in the next 2 minutes, is to just you guys can go around into the nest and deal with whatever spiders are there, then go through and deal with one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean the trials?
Let's go open this fucking door over here in the trials room.
So we want to open trials?
Well, no, you guys are just going to go through the front and deal with the spider nest ahead of time.
All right, well.
Yep.
Oh, Chris is all about that. Let's do it.
We did just spend like 20 minutes on this puzzle.
Yeah.
I'm going to solve it on my own and be like, what the fuck, you guys?
Yeah. I just can't imagine.
I refuse to walk in front of Gary while he has a sword, so I'm going to keep walking behind him.
Hey.
So,
What about you? How do you feel, Randall?
I
Okay,
have a
so
zero modifier of intelligence. I just want to go kill stuff now.
Well, I don't want to be the front of the marching order, so if it's not one of our physical fighters...
I'll be right up front.
Alright.
I'll come with you because I'm interested to see if there's spiders.
Before our strong guy does, because I just want to see if I can do Alright.
okay, how are you guys going to approach this?
I'll lift into the door.
We're gonna try to open the door but sneak in.
Okay, so roll to open the door, and the better your strength, the more quietly you do it. You guys can work together. There's enough room there that two people can work together.
Okay, you're gonna say.
Well, I don't want to be in front of Gary.
Gary's not gonna help us open this door.
Gary's nice, dude. Quit trying to hate on him. I know your character doesn't like him, but he's not that much of a threat. He's less of a threat than the spiders.
Got a 15.
Plus 5.
No, 10 plus 5.
Yeah, I forgot you guys are adding your rolls. That's good.
Yeah.
All right,
What'd you get?
This is just strength check.
Yeah.
14.
Okay.
Yeah, I always beat
That's a decent amount above average. You guys are working together. I say you guys open it pretty carefully without letting any sound really come from it. The problem is
we're stuck in this room, huh?
You have to continue holding the door up. Now everybody has to get through stealthily.
Everybody run through it, and then I will back my way out. And then
you're not strong enough to hold it by yourself.
Well, we really shoved up this leg.
Yeah,
I thought he was going to hold it up by himself.
No, you two have to. You're both.
Okay, so here's the thing: we'll both hold it up. Everybody else will run through, and then he and I. No, we will inch out at the same time. And sort of like drop it behind us as we jump out.
So we're all
you guys can do that.
We'd be locked in there, but
if me or Robert goes down,
hold on. Is there
you're gonna reopen it?
Is there
the same way we got in?
But it would take.
Is there an object that we could like lodge in there to
he's
prop it
thinking
open?
of something. Not Gary. Don't lodge him in there.
Maybe we should lodge Gary. Actually, no. The gate would just.
What about the other?
Skinny.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's a skeleton, but what about just any items in the hallway? Is there
anything in his laboratory, like a desk? Put this thing up on.
There could be something.
Or maybe just like
is there
one of the bookshelves or a ladder in the library?
Like because it was torture trials.
Because I have rope in my pack. So what if we like tied a rope to the gate, pulled the rope like back somewhere and tied it to something to like hold it open?
Like
you know what I'm saying?
Well, let's hold on. I thought part of this was we didn't want everything getting back out and up to the surface. And if we leave this door open behind us and there is in fact an infestation of spiders, we might be creating a bigger problem.
That'd be nice, but we couldn't figure out how to get there.
You could undo it after your guys' encounter, too.
That's kind of what I'm saying. Let the door shut behind us, and once we've cleared this room, we'll reach it back open again.
If you're gonna die to some spiders, you might as well die.
No, I just have to heal the lifter.
Oh my god.
Alright, Blue, I see where we're at.
You are the muscle, I am the brains.
Blue and green. Somebody needs to be red.
And I'm the bard.
Okay, so we're just right now. Logan and I are just sitting here holding this thing open.
Okay, well.
While we're on
Definitely
devising
not
it.
Okay,
tired at all.
whoever's sliding through, make dexterity, like stealth checks.
Well, why would
do I have
Because
to-
we're holding it open. But okay.
For the
Because they're about to enter a spider's nest.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
Wait, what do I.
10.
What is it? A what?
A dexterity.
Are we doing dex save or a stealth
We're
check?
supposed to go about this.
You guys are doing a stealth check.
Stealth
I got
check,
a
yeah.
dagger.
6, 7, 8.
I got 10. And I don't know what Gary got.
Those spaghettios. Well, let me see what these guys.
What did Gary
perceptions
get?
are. Oh,
Please tell me Gary got something good. 'Cause
Gary? All right, I'll tell you. Oh wait, I need a pulp skeleton because I need to know what skeletons get.
This is all bad.
Uh-oh. I don't like where this is going. But don't worry. Cross will just rip something in half.
Let's see.
Beat something with its own leg.
How much?
You just pick up Gary and rip off his arm and use it as a weapon.
I'm planning on doing that at some point. My plan,
After his usefulness.
my plan is we travel with Gary the whole time and he's down to just the skull because I've used all of his body parts as weapons.
Let's see. Their perception is that. Let me do a perception check for the spiders. Okay, you guys got really lucky and these spiders are like real snoozy today, so everybody is stealthed. Except
just
so
pulling this gate.
you guys now do a strength check to let it down
this
and
work?
then a stealth check to see if you
I checked the
guys
volume to know.
can join them
Okay.
stealthily.
So
Health is
there's the
really
volume.
bad
This is
for
the.
Okay, so
tone
my
pitch.
strength was 22,
So low.
Okay.
so that's fine.
Is that the push?
Oh,
Yeah,
and then
you
my
just push
stealth is
this
20.
and
So.
then-
So my
But
strength is
you
8.
can open it for like.
So he pulls kind of your extra, yeah.
Oh, and
So you
I
can-
roll disadvantage for stealth.
Oh, I forgot. I'm supposed to roll disadvantage for stealth also. So I got 18 instead.
Okay.
14 for stealth.
Your disadvantage is better
You
than
guys, okay, so you guys carefully let down the door. He's kind of buckling a little bit, but he still contributes. You're like, oh, it's fucking fine.
I just have one hand. I'm just like,
Yeah. And then you both stealth over with everyone else. You're at the entrance of the spider nest. You can now see
Should I move in front of these guys?
wherever you guys want to be. You guys
Wait,
are,
no,
you guys
I
are
don't wanna
fine.
be-
You
I don't
can't go
wanna be
too
in
deep,
front
or
of
else
you.
like spiders are gonna become a problem. So that will be all for this one. I hope you're curious to see how things work out for everyone now that they have elected to go through the spider's nest to try and find some sort of solution to dealing with X and Y, maybe discover some hidden areas throughout the dungeon and find some treasures, but I guess we will have to see. Also, this is all happening because I probably messed up that lever puzzle, but it'll be in the video, so if anybody figures it out, hopefully I wasn't wrong in my creation. Thanks for listening.